Hi everyone, turn 59. Gearing up for lots of excitement here. So, got blood 7, empowered in blood. That's this guy. Site searching, found a bronze pillar. Yay. More demons and snakes. Here are these snakes that I'm summoning. They've got this fire flare that's 12 armor piercing damage. So the goal will be to basically, when fighting Calum, just have a bunch of snakes like bite him. And if Calum is anything like Indiana Jones, then he won't like it. Let's go ahead. Oh, these are magic snakes. Let's go ahead and you can just cast spells there. Hopefully this guy doesn't actually get into combat, but the goal is to bring him here so that I can have snakes when I try to liberate Zoglia here. I want to fight Calum in the field, because in the fort they have a considerable advantage from flying, that they can fly right to me, but I have walls in the way if I try to get to them. Sent a horror after Calum, didn't work. Ah well. Cast all these site search spells, found not very much. More blood hunting. Shiniyama tried to assassinate me. They got this caveman. They did not get this cannibal. Banderlog attacked these werewolves. I attacked... where was this? Oh, this is just some random province. I lost most of the foul spawns that I moved in, though, so... these guys, they should still be able to deal with these wolves. We'll see. I don't care too much one way or the other, to be honest. Then lots of people attacked me. So Calum sent a bunch of birds after my northern province here, which this province is likely to fall. Because they're birds, they're going to break the walls before I can do anything about it. And I'm just stretched too thin to really fight them off. So we'll see where they go from there, but I'm going to lose that province, and that is what it is. I'm recruiting more drakes up here, and I think that fire drakes in particular will be very effective versus Calum. So I'm hoping that they then decide to turn north after conquering Dovin here, in which case they will run into a more intimidating force. Vanderlog sent in a Kinara. I think that they forgot to gear this Kinara. So yeah, he's just naked. And the nightmares just run up and poke him in the face. So that was a waste of Kinara. Calum sent a bunch of their ice clads over here into Zoglia. It is chilly in Zoglia, which means that Calum does get the full benefit of their ice protection, bringing them up to 23, which it's not great. It is what it is. Hoping to leverage lots of fire breath when I fight them in Zoglia. Battle in the Plane of Memories. This was me attacking a random Banderlog province. This is the third place that Calum attacked. And over here, it's nice and hot outside. So here, I'm going to try to break their siege, and we'll go over what that's going to look like in a bit. Folia, so Banderlog sent their whole army up here. I think that they were hoping to attack some mages, and I'm going to pounce on it. My goal will be to move all of these guys there and hope that this army is moving into one of them. And he could just waste all of our time and continue moving them, in which case I'll have a bunch of starving guys following them. Him moving onto Omiya here would get him a ton of disease because there's only 180 supplies in there. So we'll see what he decides to do. I'm really hoping to just resolve this right here and now. Then I continued moving up into Laria here. So with regards to candles, Laria has 10 candles. So I'm going to keep trying to heretic those candles away, but that's pretty much the most candles I'm going to have to deal with. So I'm just going to continue moving him up, since if he can handle that, he can handle anything. And even with losing half of his HP due to 4 candles, he still has quite a few hit points. Although I don't understand, maximum hit points 11, current hit points 68. So I'm not sure like what he regens. He didn't actually take any chip damage with this. Now, yeah, he's still 68. Maybe it just doesn't reevaluate you based off of your Dominion? Okay. Because if it's really down to 11, then I'm fucked. Like, that's just way too little HP to work with. Okay. So, cancel that. I'm going to bring money back here. And we'll just try to spread some Dominion before we go into these scarier provinces. And then finally, this province, I have this crew just moving around through here. I have them set to move back, but now let's go ahead and finish reconquering this land, and then we'll double them back. Especially since I need more Dominion and this army to be gone before I can really push forward anyways. So we'll just plan for that. Events. Bones. An adventurer. That's this guy over here. He's got a crossbow. Werewolves. Cymbeline, werewolves. More. Gems, magic, and ore deposits. Up in the middle of fucking nowhere. So lost some of these provinces. Also got to watch some other people get attacked. It's spooky outside, which that's another reason for me to attack Bandolog and Kalem, because my doggos have spook resistance and theirs do not. Speaking of which, do I have a fire? Have I made all this crap, but I haven't made a fire in a jar? Okay, let's go ahead and give that to you. These fire gems are more precious. And no time to start like the present. Yeah. So over here, here's the battle plan. It's difficult to see. I guess maybe I don't actually need this many lions. These lions are starving. Let's leave these lions at home. And we'll find something better for them to do. Because I don't want lions to just get in the way. That would be wasteful. Okay. Now what does the battle plan look like? So we've got on the wings, these basilisks have petrifying breath, so they're on one wing, and these fire drakes are on the other wing for the same reason. We've got some demons and other flyers attacking rear right away, so, or devils, Fiend of Darkness, Frost Fiends, and devils, a good number of devils at this point. So we're definitely trying to bedevil them there. And then we already talked about the doggos rushing straight ahead. Stoke the Blood will berserk all of my doggos, which is something that I very much want to happen. We can have you be a little further forward. These guys breathe fire, so that's why they're joining up with fire drakes. Although that won't matter too much because they have fire resistance. The Bannerlog is fire resistance 10, but can't blame a guy for trying. Some cockatrices and some more dragonfire. Lions on attack rear. I guess rather than called forest, let's have you do charm animal, and maybe we can pick up some of those Banderlog dudes. There's a sweet spell that tries to charm all the enemy animals, but I don't have it. These guys are all bad, and I'm hoping that they don't actually get involved in combat. They're just going to, I'm having them come from that way so that I can try to dictate where the battle happens. Which reminds me, I should probably have another guy come from that blank direction again to try to force the battle to happen here. The black lions are the best, although they have low magic resistance. So they'll be joining in the rush as well. And then my communion isn't as good as theirs, but I'm still gonna have it going. So let's get a bunch of water elementals here. And we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, and all of these creatures get +4 strength from this staff, although some of them are starving. What was that thing I just said I should check on? Oh, you should cast more spells. Let's cast Charm Animal. And this guy is spamming a bunch of leech. We'll see how well it works. It can't be resisted, which is really nice. So hopefully that'll just like nuke a square at a time. It has perfect precision and plenty of armor negating damage. I guess I can actually have him pretty far forward. He's got 15 magic resistance. That'll be 19. He should be able to dodge all these enslaves coming. And they will hopefully target these delectable lions anyways. Banes are just hanging in the back. Alright, so that is this battle, minus whomever I'm going to have run in from this side. I can have anyone do it. Was one map movement faster than the other? 8. Okay. You will go in for the greater good. And also Mind Blast could be cool. But because it's going to go through Omnia here, I think that that should count as another dude attacking from Omnia, which will help force it to be here. And I've got a Horror coming to attack this Bane here, so that should keep a movement here from counting as friendly. Not that I really expect Vanderlog to go that way anyways. Alright. So then the other battle to look at here is Calum. I'm less prepared for this one. This guy is just going to do a bunch of leeching. I've got some guys casting Swarm just as evocation bait, which it doesn't work very well for that purpose, but it's what I got. Thunder Ward on my armies. That's really important that that goes off for obvious reasons. And then these guys are just casting luck, I guess. If we look at the dudes that are moving in, yeah, so we can have these guys move in here and bring a bunch of these brown lines with them. And they can also just cast a bunch of luck, and hopefully luck will keep them from getting struck by thunder too much in time for the rest of them to devour all of these fools. I was considering making a communion here and trying to berserk these guys, but, well, not sure how well that would work. The thunder striking is definitely a bitch. Fortunately, so they've got 18 guys who can thunder strike. If we look at their battle, so there's one of them has a storm staff. After 3 rounds of thunder strikes, this guy's at 97 fatigue, and many of the other ones are over 100. So basically, if I can stand those 3 waves of thunder strikes from this many dudes, then I'm mostly home free. Because after that, I can eat these delicious ice clads, and their stats are not very good. And yeah, so I just need so many lions to eat those thunder strikes that I don't cause an HP rout, as well as then rest will just kind of overwhelm these guys. I guess the other thing, do I have another staff? I do not. That sucks. This staff is just sitting here laughing at me because I don't think... Yeah, I've got very few Reavers to actually benefit from it. Which is fine. So I'll need to make another staff. But we're going to try it here. I've got... like 300 dudes doing this. So if I mathed it out correctly, the thunder strikes would eat like 80 of them, which is a lot. But hopefully the rest can just overwhelm them with numbers, and all these guys were mostly free. See if it works. Here Banderlog has another army that picked up some random enslaved dudes, but this is a lot less scary. There's just way fewer people there, so I'm less worried about that. Then the caves, I'm retreating these guys back to clean up from globals. So that's just something I gotta deal with. Using up most of my jumps, which is interesting. It's not a problem necessarily, but just something for me to keep an eye on. And I think I'm putting them to a good cause. So it'll be an exciting turn one way or another. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on big turn 60.